What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 625 of Community Universe Mode and edition 10. We've hit double digits for Supremacy, the fallout of Homecoming, continuing on the road to the show of shows. Ascendant 7, there is one last roadblock, and it is 1 week from this Sunday, Purgatory, where there will be not one but two Elimination Chamber matches, one of them for the International Championship, and tonight it is all about them qualifying matches. Who's going to join champion Shea Hoxton within the Devil's Domain? 5 qualifiers tonight, the first of which going to kick things off as Perry Heenan takes on Dante Tatum. That other Elimination Chamber match we know will be for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. All 5 challengers have already been confirmed by General Manager Jade Dynamite. Then being Bloody Justice, Brian Jacobson, Chris Diamond, George King, and Pierre Thompson. Now the big question going into tonight's show was who was going to be the defending champion in that match. At Homecoming, Reese Ortiz won the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship in the championship scramble. And in tonight's main event, Andrew Briggs cashed in his rematch clause. But it was before the show, guys, that, well, if you didn't see it, I honestly envy you, because it was a harrowing sight. One of the most grisly attacks I have seen in my over 4 years of calling CMV action. Andrew Briggs looked like he had been genuinely mauled by a lion, and the culprit, none other than the returning Ryan Kent, who just left Andrew Briggs in a heap. And the former world champion was quickly taken to a local medical facility, guys. No update yet, but he obviously is not going to be getting his rematch tonight, and well, chances are we may not even be seeing him for a while after what Kent did to him. I don't know the reasons behind such a disgusting, just heinous assault, but Ryan Kent has fled the arena before security could catch up to him, and well, that's where we're at right now, guys. That's all the information that I have, and as a wise man once said, the show must go on, so here we are. Who's going to be the first man to join Shea Hoxton inside of the International Championship Elimination Chamber? 2 of the 4 men who joined Hoxton in that Fatal 4-Way at Homecoming for the International Championship. Perry Heenan taking on Dante Tatum. It was Hoxton who pinned Dante Tatum to win the International Championship at Homecoming. Perry Heenan earlier tonight, actually, in an interview saying he blames Dante Tatum. Heenan saying, "I came so close and Tatum cost me a championship that rightfully belongs to me, and tonight I'm going to put old goldfish lips down." Quite an insult there. Gave me a bit of a chuckle. Perry Heenan out here body shaming. Shake my goddamn head. But yes, it seems like Reese Ortiz will be defending his undisputed World Heavyweight Championship inside of the chamber at Purgatory, guys. But he is still going to be in action tonight. The new champion said despite the fact that Briggs can't challenge him for the title, he still wants to fight. And so Xander Slate has stepped up to the plate. The OG Dirty Heel saying, "I want the chance to prove Reese Ortiz tapping me out in the championship scramble was a fluke." So Slate going to get that opportunity in our main event. Has been confirmed also for Purgatory after a bit of a spat on Twitter between Xander Slate and Josh Wolf, guys, and it's going to be Slate and Wolf one-on-one at the final roadblock on the road to Ascendant 7. A couple other matches have been announced for the pay-per-view, which we'll get to a little bit later on. But it's Dante Tatum, the NGW champion, who's looking to continue on his journey. He has got a hell of a weekend because, well, we know this Sunday in Toronto, He'll defend his NGW championship against Joseph Santos and Tenra in a triple threat, but right now he focuses on getting into the Elimination Chamber, a match which he has experience in. He was in the chamber back at Validation, and we saw what he did, jumping off the top of the pod. I'm sure everybody would love to see that again. Meanwhile, Perry Heenan has never stepped foot inside of a chamber, and I'm immediately wrong because I remember that he was in the chamber at the end of last season. That vintage dashing memory. Look at this, though. Dante Tatum looking to upset the Pitbull early on. So both these men have previously stepped inside of the Devil's domain. They know what it's like, but they're willing to re-enter once more for the chance to walk into a sentence as the international champion. Hang on a minute, is that? It is Hayden! It's Hayden! We haven't seen the A-lister in months! What the hell's he doing out here? Distracting Dante Tatum. That's gonna allow Perry Heenan to roll him up. Hang on a minute. One, but Tatum reverses the momentum. One, and a kick out. Guys, Hayden, the 5-time undisputed world heavyweight champion, has come out here to ringside, almost costing Dante Tatum this match, and it seems as though he's going to be sticking around. Heading to the other side of the ring as this fight spills to the outside between the Pitbull and the Catalyst. Now back into the squared circle, and it seems like Hayden has come out here specifically targeting the NGW champion. Tatum is trying to refocus now with a barrage of forearm smashes, unloading quite a combination, as a matter of fact. Irish whip into the corner now. Tries for a drop kick to lower back. Perry Heenan throws his own forearm smash, but gets a kick to the midsection. Instead, a back elbow barely even budges. The man who earlier tonight said he is the last of a dying breed. That Dante Tatum is exactly what all these mindless fans enjoy these days. A guy who just flips around. Look at that right there. Wow! And that is just incredible reflex by Dante Tatum. Able to change his course in the blink of an eye. He missed the moonsault. Perry Heenan rolled out of the way, but he course corrects immediately, and Perry Heenan with that sit out Uranagi of his. He's not finished. Gonna look to immediately put the NGW champion away. Trying for downtime. Tatum's able to reverse, though. A big test for Dante Tatum, even more so now that, well, the future Hall of Famer Hayden, who we haven't seen in months, guys. 6-star frog splash! And Hayden may have a front row seat to Dante Tatum going to the Elimination Chamber so close. This is actually the first episode of Supremacy that Hayden has appeared on. Well, Heenan was able to survive Dante Tatum's best weapon, but is he going to get the chance to bounce back? Dante Tatum stand on top of him with this figure 4 head scissors. Look at Perry Heenan, so smart, hammering away at the thighs, giving Dante Tatum a bit of a Charlie horse. Thrown overhead with the fireman's carry. Overhand punch. Dante Tatum able to get out of the way, but just jumps right up into the arms of the Pitbull, who slams him down onto one knee. Heenan, seeing Dante hit him, as nothing more than a show. Not a real athlete. Just comes out here to perform rather than actually wrestle. Hurricane Rana. Dante Tatum taking a bow, but you haven't won just yet, my friend. Kick to the midsection. We get a nice capture suplex. And Hayden most definitely does seem to be cheering Perry Heenan on, as if he wants him to win this match and Tatum specifically to lose. Big old power slam. 1, 2. Hardly even a 2 count there. And it's interesting because Hayden and Perry Heenan have their own history earlier this season. Oh, hang on a minute. Heenan's had enough. Downtime 1, 2. But of course, the heart, the soul of Dante Tatum not giving up so easily. Heenan, who has been unbeaten in singles competition for months now. Up to the top rope he goes, and very rarely are you going to see a man his size fly. But what a picture-perfect elbow drop. As a matter of fact, the only matches Perry Heenan has lost in these last few months was, well, the triple threat a couple of weeks ago, which Dante Tatum won by pinning Shea Hoxton, and then the Fatal 4-Way at Homecoming, where he wasn't the one pinned, Dante Tatum was. Heenan saying both times, you screwed me, and I'm going to make you pay tonight. Sunset flip powerbomb out of nowhere. Is Tatum going to purgatory? He is! Dante Tatum is going to purgatory, upsetting the Pitbull, becoming the first man in months to pin Perry Heenan, and that's despite Hayden trying to screw him. Dante Tatum gets his spot inside of the Elimination Chamber at Purgatory. It was not easy, as if facing Perry Heenan one-on-one wasn't already a tall task. Then you've got Hayden, who nobody has seen since Supremacy debuted, coming out here for whatever reason, trying to cost him the match. But this is what did it. Oh, well, just shows the beginning of the Sunset Flip Powerbomb. Dante Tatum is going to Purgatory. He's got a chance to redeem himself inside of the chamber, but what about this beef with Hayden? What gives? Well, we're not going to have to wait long, my friends, to see who else will join now champion Shea Hoxton and Dante Tatum inside of the International Championship Elimination Chamber, as the sexy boy Chris Adams, backed by his new muscle, Isaac Richardson, takes on Tyson Cage. And this would be a first-time trip into the chamber if Tyson Cage is victorious. Adams did have his fair share of chamber experience while on Unmatched. The 5-time Unmatched world champion, though, maybe starting to revitalize his career a little bit with a victory over Mike Kirsch last week, hoping to use that momentum to make his way into the chamber at Purgatory. But we know Tyson Cage has announced he's going to be hanging up his wrestling boots at Ascendance. But before then, maybe he'll get the chance to scratch off that last item on his bucket list, becoming International Champion. The former Fusion and Anarchy champ has said in the past that he would love to hold that title. So here's his opportunity to do just that, or at least get the chance to do just that. Still to come, there's going to be 3 more chamber qualifiers after this. We also have a rematch from Homecoming. It's going to be Travis Fuller, who is now signed to CMV after a petition was launched by the CM Universe following his upset win over Sam Valentine at Homecoming. Can he do it again tonight? And our main event going to see Xander Slate versus the new undisputed world heavyweight champion, Reese Ortiz. This night has already started off on a action-packed note. The return of Hayden, Dante Tatum, throwing a wrench into the gears as per usual by upsetting Perry Heenan. Now what's going to happen here with the just unbelievably massive Isaac Richardson at the side of Chris Adams. This guy's inhuman. How do you get that big? Chris Adams never been the biggest guy, but man, he looks like a vanilla midget standing next to this beast. The new international champion, the man who will defend his title inside of the chamber at Purgatory, Shea Hoxton, I'm sure watching all of these matches tonight, doing as much homework as he can. Who are going to be his 5 challengers? We already know Tatum to be one. Will Richardson play some sort of role in this match? I wouldn't be surprised. And here he comes, Tyson Cage, the former Fusion Tag Team Champ, former Anarchy Champion, the bona fide movie star. Going to end his wrestling career at the grandest stage of them all so that he can focus on his roles in Hollywood. But maybe he'll go out as the new international champion. I want to know how much that guy weighs, you see. So what's it going to be? Will Chris Adams step into the chamber at Purgatory for the first time in a few years, or will Tyson Cage experience that hell for the very first time in his career? All for an opportunity to become international champion. Purgatory is 2 weeks from this Sunday. Of course, this Sunday is NGW Checkpoint Toronto, but the Sunday after will be Purgatory, and then from there it is a straight shot to Ascendance Weekend, NGW Homebound, and Ascendance Days 1 and 2. So excited. This match going to get started. It is a first-time encounter with the collar and elbow tie-up, feeling each other out. Back to the collar and elbow tie-up. Tyson Cage now going to push the sexy boy into the ropes. Will we get a clean break? We will. Referee Tyson stepping between these two. Tyson Cage trying to wind up a fist. Chris Adams is quicker, though. Hangman's neck breaker. Now picking the dashing one up into a seated position. Big old kick to the back just seems to piss Tyson Cage off. Throws a knife edge chop, but he was too slow. Out onto the apron he goes. Forearm smash to protect himself. Watch out for Isaac Richardson, who seemed like he was going to try and get involved. Luckily, Tyson Cage able to evade that. No more clean breaks here. Chris Adams taking the cheap shot, as he does. Tyson Cage going to throw out a big old hook, Irish whip. Off the ropes goes Adams. Drop down, off the ropes again. Deep frog. And a spinning back elbow nearly takes Chris's head off into the head scissors, but the 5-time unmatched world champion able to escape. He just spit into his hand. Tried to throw a slobber knocker. Tyson Cage said, nah, fam. Catch this snap vertical suplex. Kick to the midsection, clothesline into the corner. And Tyson Cage trying his best to hang on for dear life, but that alley-oop taking him down, and will it be enough? One. Only a 1 count. Goes for a head up against a face full of Bo. Stunning Adams momentarily. Another clothesline into the corner on the other end of it, however. This time around, pushes him out of the corner. Misses the shin strike, clothesline duck. Reel him in, DDT from the sexy boy. We then get a stomp to the middle of the back. Double knees to the midsection. Another bout of the double knees to the midsection. Stomp onto the wrist. Oh, and this is vintage Chris Adams pulling out all of his classics. The base buster there. We didn't get the perfect pose, however. Adams not content. It would be enough to knock off Tyson Cage, and he's probably right. Tyson Cage has proven in the past to be a tough son of a gun to put down for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Neck snap, Richardson almost as tall as the ring, watching menacingly from the outside area. If I were Tyson Cage, I would be petrified to end up the ringside area. There's a clothesline Tyson Cage has been looking for all match long. Chris Adams, though, with his instinct, able to pick himself up using the ropes. Tyson Cage going to use that to his advantage. A couple of kitchen sinks. And then walking Adams to the middle of the ring for a Russian leg sweep. Old school, classic, but effective. And Tyson Cage has not done that big right hook. Usually is a prelude to the code breaker. And if Chris Adams doesn't wake up real quick, this is going to be all over. Bam! On the money. Tyson Cage going to the chamber. 1, 2, 3. Yes, he is, baby. Tyson Cage solidifies a spot inside of the International Championship Elimination Chamber at Purgatory, joining Dante Tatum and champion Shay Hoxton. Chris Adams is in control. Those last few minutes, but all Tyson Cage needed was a couple of big maneuvers. Adams left himself open. The dashing one capitalized. If I was him, I'd be running to the back now, though. Don't want to give Richardson any ideas. Tyson Cage not afraid, though, and he better not be, because now he has to step inside of the Elimination Chamber. His career might be ended a little bit more early than Ascendance. Up next, guys, it is a homecoming rematch. Sam Valentine getting a chance at redemption, because it was at homecoming that we witnessed maybe the biggest upset in CMV history when the unsigned local talent Travis Fuller defeated Sam Valentine, and that was despite the entire entourage of Party Hard ringside interfering throughout the match as well, more than earning Travis Fuller a contract with CMV, especially after all of the fanfare he was rewarded with after his performance. But can he do it again? Will lightning strike twice? Or can the Dream get some of his credibility back? The former light heavyweight champion has been hanging his head in shame these last couple of weeks, but well, we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna vote either way, not this time. I learned my lesson, I think. But guys, as I mentioned earlier, we've got some matches confirmed for Purgatory besides the 2 Elimination Chamber matches and Josh Wolf versus Xander Slate. We knew that Shamrock had become #1 contender a couple of weeks ago, winning that Fatal 4-Way Elimination match. We were waiting to see who was going to be the Anarchy Champion after homecoming, and of course the Armbar Society won the Unified World Tag Team titles. Walter Belay retained the Anarchy Championship, so it's now confirmed it will be Shamrock versus Walter Belay 1-on-1 at Purgatory for the Anarchy Championship. And it was on Twitter that the Sully Bros issued a challenge, a rematch, one last fight at Ascended 7, guys. The Armbar Society accepted it, and Jay Dynamite has made it official. Our first official match, besides the Slick Via Memorial Battle Royal, which is always a given. But it is gonna go down one last fight. The Sully Bros versus the Armbar Society for the Unified World Tag Team titles. And if the Sully Bros win, then Baron Blade has to leave CMV. But the Sully Bros not going to get the night off at Purgatory, because Jay Dynamite also announced that at Purgatory, we're going to see a rematch. Baron Blade, Chris Sullivan, 1-on-1. This time, no disqualifications. And this time, if the Armbar Society interferes, they will be stripped of the Unified World Tag Team titles. So Walter Blade going to have his hands full with Shamrock. Chris Sullivan, his hands full with Baron Blade before they clash at Ascendance. And what may lie ahead for this man? Travis Fuller made his mark at Homecoming, but can he take the ball and run with it, if you will? Yeah, Xander Slay is in tonight's main event. Mac Daddy, so just stick around if you want to see your boy. The OG Dirty Heel taking on the new undisputed world heavyweight champion, Reese Ortiz, later tonight. The former light heavyweight champion, the Dream Sam Valentine, was, to put it, well, bluntly, embarrassed at Homecoming. It was supposed to be his big return. He had all of his clubbing friends in tow, and frickin' Travis Fuller, a nobody from Hawaii, put him down. Sam Valentine not standing for it. He immediately demanded this rematch, and Jade Dynamite, with a smile on her face, granted him the chance. And once again, we have Mike Hawk, Scotty Tutati, and Cinnamon Hardy Hard flanking old Sammy boy. So guys, we now know Shea Hoxton defending his international championship inside of one of the chambers at Purgatory. Dante Tatum and Tyson Cage have already qualified tonight. Still 3 more qualifiers to come. Adam Valentine taking on Angelo Babos. We're also going to see Jason Spade and Paul Devine, which is a match I'm very much looking forward to. And last but not least, I should say, gonna be Chris Proudfoot taking on Brett Angel. A bit of a reprieve from the qualifiers here, though. Will we see exactly what we saw at Homecoming? Can Travis Fuller overcome the odds again, or will Sam Valentine find redemption? Referee Tyson rings that bell. Here we go. I mean, if Sam Valentine, I don't want to put Travis Fuller down, because we saw that he is obviously a very talented competitor at Homecoming, but I mean, someone the caliber of Sam Valentine should not be getting beaten by somebody who wasn't even fully signed at the time. Valentine has to win this match, otherwise all of his credibility may be flushed down the toilet. Swinging neckbreaker, he's going to be barred from all of the nightclubs. Who's going to want him walking around advertising the place, you know? Travis Fuller, though, right now with a neck crank on the Dream, tries for a pin. Can you imagine? One. Only a 1 count, though, luckily. Crack to the jaw. Valentine tries to throw out another punch, but it's Fuller who responds a bit quicker. Now has Valentine up against the ropes. Forearm smash. Rocket the smaller Fuller. Kick to the midsection. Just a simple forearm smash to the upper back. Another kick to the gut. This time Valentine going to bring him up into a powerbomb position and running him into the corner. Buckle bomb. Shades of the one and only Jacob Ziegler. Shoots the half lateral press. One. Only a 1 count. Fuller proved at Homecoming that he's not just going to lie down. He's not going to take the money and lay down. He's here in CMV to make a name for himself, and now that he has a full contract, well, he needs to start thinking about the future, and beating Sam Valentine again while under contract will most definitely get Travis Fuller that attention he wants. Sam Valentine, oh, with a botched spear, more like a running headbutt to the midsection, but he got enough of it. Now targets the knee, hoping to shatter the cap into a million little pieces. Another lateral press, another 1 count. Mike Hawk ringside is loving what he's seeing right now. I think Valentine is faring better than he did at Homecoming. I don't want to speak too soon, though. Kick to the midsection, caught, reversed by Valentine, who tries to go for that military press of his. Enzulari in the corner from Fuller. Stomp down onto the hand, stomp onto the elbow, into a pin of his own. A lot of pins in this match. Only a one count. Grabbed by the ears. Travis Fuller obviously has something in mind. Irish whip into the corner. Another Enzulari. Sam Valentine hasn't calculated this time. Throwing out an elbow. Caught double tie. Somehow Travis Fuller just overpowered a man who's got like half a foot on him. Probably 20, 30 pounds. I do gotta say, Travis Fuller has some great hair. It looks like a chia pet just growing out of his head. Kick to the midsection wall in the corner, and look at Travis Fuller using the leverage of the ropes there to try and choke Valentine out. Gotta watch that 5 count. Certainly does not want to be disqualified in his, well, technically his CMV debut. Because again, he was not signed at Homecoming. He was given a chance, and boy, did he make it worthwhile. Valentine doing it here. Irish whip out of the corner to the other side of the ring. Watch out, referee Tyson. Big boot to the side of the head. Overhand punch again. Overhand punch a third time. Overhand punch to the face. Irish whip off the ropes on the rebound. Tries to go for a big boot. Travis, do you know your own size, my friend? Irish over to the corner again. What does Valentine want here? He's adamantly, oh, hang on, I think I know. Sam Valentine, with his aptly named Dream Shatterer, from all the way across the ring, double boots to the face, and that's going to be a good night for Travis Fuller. If Valentine can actually make the pin, there you go. 1, 2, 3. Sam Valentine with some redemption for what happened at Homecoming. Thank God. Sam Valentine evening the score. Now we need a rubber match, though. Who was the fluke? Travis Fuller at Homecoming or Sam Valentine tonight? At least for now, Sam Valentine can rest easy, proving that Travis Fuller's not better than him, that he just got lucky at Homecoming. Echo, why can't Sam Valentine beat local talents? That's my question. Well, I'll still say that for Travis Fuller, the future here in CMV could be bright. For Sam Valentine, meanwhile, this was a much needed victory. And back to the qualifiers we go. Already tonight, Dante Tatum and Tyson Cage have qualified for the International Championship Elimination Chamber at Purgatory, joining champion Shay Hoxton. Who's going to be up next? The GOAT Adam Valentine or the former outlaw Angelo Babos? Valentine not coming alone. Earlier tonight, I saw him walking with these two strange women I've never seen before. I stopped and I asked him, well, who are they? He said, this is my new insurance policy. Meet O&N Security. So apparently Adam Valentine, whose career hasn't been probably going the way he's wanted it to this season, has now hired some backup. We'll see if they actually offer any sort of legitimate support as he takes on Angelo Babos here. What is this body shaming in the chat? First Perry Heenan earlier tonight. Now you guys? I think I might have to get on Twitter and cancel you right now. Still to come, though, who's going to qualify between Jason Spade and Paul Devine. Echo, did you hear that? Probably your dream match. Spade Devine one-on-one. And then, of course, we're going to see Chris Proudfoot and Brett Angel before we reach our main event, which was originally supposed to be a match for the world title. Andrew Briggs enacting his rematch clause to face Reese Ortiz. But, again, I mean, if you haven't seen it, the coverage is available on our website, communityuniverse.4motion.com. But, I mean, I feel like I have to give a warning before you view it. It is a harrowing sight what Ryan Kent did to Andrew Briggs. And I just hope that Briggs is going to be okay. Still no update on his condition yet. Adam Valentine, the former Fusion Tag Team Champion, hasn't been doing so hot these last few months. And apparently that has driven him to bring on board some outside aid in the form of O&N Security, who I will admit are probably not two girls I would want to run into anywhere, anytime in my entire life. We'll see what happens, though, once Angelo Babos comes out here. This is not the first time that Valentine and Babos have butt heads. It's been a while, but they did battle a couple of times last season when they were both a part of the Genesis roster. Well, there's Natoli, and to the right, Oxley, both former members of the United States Marine Corps. So, I mean, Adam Valentine has definitely not just gone out and picked some random chicks from the Arby's or around the corner or anything. So Adam Valentine with his new friends in tow, looking to head into the Elimination Chamber at Purgatory. But first, he's got to get past this man, who we've seen a resurgence of these last couple weeks, coming off a great win over Anthony Hunt last week. After what happened to him at the hands of Jason Spade at Regicide, I'm honestly surprised Angelo Babos is even still standing. He's not paralyzed in a freaking wheelchair somewhere. That just goes to show you the resolve of Angelo Babos. Angelo Babos does have prior Elimination Chamber experience. Adam Valentine does not. So for Valentine, it'd be a first-time endeavor for Angelo Babos. He knows exactly what he's in store for, and he's willing to walk into the Devil's Domain yet again for a shot at the International Championship collar and elbow tie-up. We go into a bit of an armbar. Babos going to take the GOAT down onto one knee. Adam Valentine just a few weeks removed from that unexpected epic he had against Marvelous Marvin. And even in defeat, I think Valentine showed everybody that he's still got what it takes to be a major star. You know, every season there seems to be a point in Adam Valentine's career where everybody's talking about it. Everybody's saying, oh man, this is going to be it. This is where he reaches that star status. But then he just can't seem to keep it up, falls all the way back down to the bottom of the mountain. And here he is once more trying to begin that climb. Face first off the top turnbuckle, big kick to the midsection. Nice counter though. Irish whip to the other side of the ring. Tyson again narrowly avoiding taking that nasty bump. Open paw into the jaw. Big uppercut. What a smack echoing throughout the ring. And a hammerlock suplex. You don't see one of those two. And look at this. O&N Security already proving their worth to Adam Valentine. Ooh, back suplex face buster. And a kick to the chest. Stomp down onto the arm. Valentine going to grab Babos by arm and leg, dragging him to the center of the ring. Winding elbow drop to the back of the head. Valentine in control, but not for long. Jawbreaker from Babos, creating some distance between them. Tries to throw out an elbow. Gets rejected. Valentine going to show him how to hit an elbow. Let me get a full-on smash. And I don't think you want to get into a striking exchange with Angelo Babos, who just may be one of the most lethal strikers in CMV today. It would be a short list, I think, if I had to actually sit down and make up a list. But Babos would most definitely be on it. He'd be up there. His kicks, especially. Valentine smart. He did his homework. Wants to try to the best of his ability to ensure that he doesn't get a shot to the dome. Otherwise, it's going to be lights out. Irish whip off the ropes. Nice drop down from Babos. You get another drop down. And a pop-up single knee gut buzzer. Valentine got some height on that one. Into the pin. Not even a 1 count, though, for Angelo Babos. Shot to the midsection once again. Gives Valentine the opening he needs, but not before Babos gets off a kick. Irish whip to the corner again. Tries to go to the lower back with a shoulder thrust. Here we get a capture suplex, or more an exploder, if you will. Whatever tickles your fancy. Not going to tell you how to live your life. Certainly not a T-bone suplex, Bateman. Now Valentine going to get walked into the corner. Oh boy! And that face about to get rearranged as Babos just has some fun. Making sure the GOAT of CMV gets well acquainted with that top turnbuckle. Into the corner again. Valentine misses a body splash. Uh-oh. May have just exposed himself. Irish whip. Full steam ahead. We've seen this from Babos before. You thought Valentine had him beat, but Shoved face first into the middle turnbuckle now. All that Babos needs is to throw Valentine into the bottom turnbuckle and the trifecta will be complete. Oh. Valentine begins to stir, but it was looking like Angelo Babos wanted to rev up for that roundhouse kick of his. He may still, but man, Oxley calling to his attention. Babos continues to fall for these distractions at ringside, and now this is all on him. Just turned his back on Valentine, trying to pander to these fans, and that might cost him. Trying his best to fight back. Goes after the arm, forearm smash, sends some spit flying. Middle of the ring, front headlock. And what is Oxley doing out there? I can't really tell because of this. Throws in a steel chair. But Valentine with the slapjack from the goat. 1, 2. Oh, but man, Angelo Babos knows what's at stake, and he is not willing to go down so easy. But now Valentine has the steel chair in hand. Oh, and Oxley provided the distraction. Valentine missed, though. And now Babos going to make him pay for trying to take that cheap shot. Babos saying, you want to play that game? I got you, brother. Oh, it is very rare we see Babos take this risk. Valentine hung up like a deer from the hunt. As Babos, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost going to go coast to coast. Double boots. Expert precision right to the head. And I think Valentine may have dropped out of the chair as well. Just some added oomph. Oh, but come on. That's like a 5 count. Babos should have won. He should be going to the chamber. But Owen and security are most definitely doing their job at ringside in this match. But referee Tyson has finally had enough. Oxley has been ejected. I don't know if that means Natoli's ejected too, though. I think Natoli may still be allowed to... No, is she leaving? No, okay, Natoli is allowed to stay out here, apparently. But Oxley has been sent to the back. Meanwhile, Babos is trying to stay on top of Adam Valentine like a monkey on a cupcake again. Shoving him face first into the second turnbuckle. Hooks the leg, but now it's Natoli. Twice Angelo Babos has had this match won. And look, he's getting fed up. I think he's about to go out there and throw hands. I mean, we do have later on Aftermath Dara debuting, the first ever intergender wrestler history going to be made, so maybe Babos is feeling like getting there first, but maintaining his focus. Valentine down on one knee, unprotected from the kill shot. And unless Natoli gets involved, this has got to be it. Look at that, pinning Valentine right in front of Natoli. One, what? Natoli just tugged on referee Tyson's pants, and I think that momentarily caught his attention. That should have been a 3 count, come on. Angelo Babos is getting livid. I do not blame him. And now Valentine, with whatever he has left, we get the shit kicked out of him these last like 5 minutes, only surviving because of O&N security. Dragged by arm and leg. Stomp onto the elbow. Babos is the only person I've ever seen hit a coast-to-coast with a tree of woe position in the CMV. Of course, we saw earlier tonight, Sam Valentine uses it, the Dream Shatterer. He's the only one, though, I'm pretty sure. Babos is the only one crazy enough to take a risk like that. There's the Enzu lariat from Valentine. If he wins this match, I swear to the gods above. Babos, with little time to spare, gets his shoulder up off the mat. Fireman's carry sends him right overhead. Something's got to give for the former Outlaw, man. Should have won this match 3 times over. But, hey, Valentine, smart man. He hired O&M security for their services, and that's exactly what he has gotten in this match. If he loses, that's all on him, because Oxley and Natoli have done absolutely everything in their power. And Angelo Babos is tiring himself out with how badly he has been beating Valentine's behind in this match. He's finally had enough. Here we go. Off the ropes. Shining Wizard. Oh. Okay. You ejected Oxley. Eject Natoli. What is this? Is he going to do it? I can't really tell. He must have a crush on Natoli or something. I don't know. I mean, it could, but... Let's count how many times Angelo Babos has had a freaking 3 count and should be going to the chamber. This is ludicrous. Grabbed by the hair. Angelo Babos still fighting. I think he can go all night. Babos loves fighting. Telling him to just throw it at him. Valentine into the ring at this point. Maybe going to win by countout. Hey, why not? Angelo Babos has reached his limit. He's not having it anymore. He says, just stay out there, Valentine. Has another count of 20. But Valentine begins to move around. Angelo Babos rethinks his strategy as he played into the hands of Valentine, though. Another, I believe, 3rd pop-up single knee gut buster. And across the shoulders, Babos now has revised his strategy and is just looking to inflict the utmost agony on his opponent here. Natoli continues to watch very closely. Angelo Babos doesn't have much left to give. Adam Valentine, meanwhile, maybe looking for the comeback of the century. Pop-up cutter we've seen before. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Adam Valentine now has his hands on his head. If he gets off another slapjack, I don't know if Babos' chances are very high. He ain't got nobody watching his back. Oh, but at the very last millisecond, Babos able to reverse. Stomp down onto the arm. Stomp down onto the shoulder. Babos saying you ain't leaving this match without a couple of broken bones. Look at this combo now. Kick to the chest. Kick to the chest again. Mind you, that steel chair is still sitting in the corner. Very ominous. Well, Babos going to go and stand right on top of it. as he lines up Adam Valentine for a second kill shot. How has Adam's head not gone flying up into the cheap seats? Natoli, if you interfere, I swear I'm going to get up and come over there. I won't really. 1, 2, 3! Angelo Babos overcomes the odds and it's going to the chamber. Well, maybe the most well-deserved win in recent memory. Adam Valentine, and more specifically ONN Security, did absolutely everything they could to screw Angelo Babos, but none of it worked. Babos is going to his second chamber. Man, I have never seen somebody get screwed so many times in a single match. And guys, as we catch the replays here, we get a tweet from Zach Angel, who says, breaking into Fort Knox to see that gold that lies inside. When you find nothing inside, you realize the lies of the world. Alistair is nothing special. And if we fight, his soul will be left there to suffer in purgatory. This ongoing war between Zach Angel and Alistair Knox, and it seems like Angel has just proposed a match at Purgatory. Meanwhile, we know what Babos will be doing at Purgatory, vying to become international champion inside of the Devil's Domain. Tertiary main event here on Supremacy, number 10. And it is going to be a banger. I already know the match I am most looking forward to tonight. Jason Spade versus the Agent Sensation Paul Devine. Yet another chamber qualifier. We now know champion Shea Hoxton obviously defending Dante Tatum, Tyson Cage, Angelo Babos will join him. Who between these two? And then, of course, after this, Chris Proudfoot versus Brett Angel for the last spot in our main event. Going to be Xander Slate versus the new undisputed world heavyweight champion Reese Ortiz one-on-one. Don't want to miss that. It has been an interesting last few weeks for, well, both these men, really. Jason Spade, who originally left CMV after his loss to Perry Heenan at Absolution, came back and defeated the Zero-G champion, DRH, a couple weeks ago on Aftermath. Ever since then, Jason Spade has been going off to anybody who will listen, and even those two who won't listen, that he is the true Zero-G champion. He just doesn't have the belt to prove it. Saying that he more than earned a shot at the title, but right now he's got a shot at the International Championship and entering his first ever Elimination Chamber. Meanwhile, Paul Devine would be entering, believe it or not, only his second Elimination Chamber. We all know what happened at the end of last season when he broke Matt Devious's knee in order to win the chamber at Anarchy Rules. But I know for a fact that Paul Devine is looking forward to this match. Devine has gone on record saying multiple times that he sees the future of CMV in Jason Spade. That is big props coming from a 5-time world champion. Now here's a tweet, guys, from Josh Wolf, who says, Bob Luger ran away like a coward. Borton went missing. Xander, you're the only loose end I can tie up when it comes to Click, but I'm going to ensure that that tie is a noose, because you're going to swing on the gallows. Ominous words from Josh Wolf, or better yet, Fenrir. The Asian sensation, the man who puts the Rasen in Rasen Sun, Japan's biggest export, baby, has been in a rut this season. There's no denying that. Even Paul Devine has said himself that he just really hasn't been with it this season. Something's been off. I mean, at the start of the season, who can blame him? He was screwed again and again and again and again and again out of a rightful shot at the World Championship by Pat LaFave during his regime on Genesis. And then, I don't know, Devine just fell into a stink, but he's been starting to climb out of it these past couple of months. The International Championship is one of the very few titles that Devine has not yet held in his illustrious CMV career, so I know for a fact that he would love the chance to walk into Ascended 7 as the International Champion. So here we go, Jason Spade, Paul Devine. A dream match for both men and many others to see who will get the 5th spot inside of the International Championship Elimination Chamber at Purgatory. Joining Angelo, Babos, Tyson Cage, Dante Hitman champion Shay Hoxton. Last spot will be given to either Chris Proudfoot or Brett Angel when they go one-on-one up next in our co-main event. And these two starting off by feeling each other out. We got a clean break before. Now back to the collar double tie-up as Jason Spade has Devine pushed up against the ropes. Again, a clean break. We're already seeing that mutual respect these two have for each other. Irish whip, Spade, as per usual, going to be the smaller man in this fight. Not by much, though. Devine has a couple of inches, maybe a few pounds. Oh, both of them are very equally skilled. And, I mean, from what I've seen, every single aspect of the craft. Open palm slap to the chest and drop kick right into the apron, and that's gonna hurt. Kicked up under the knee. Have until 20 to return to the ring, although you can win by counter disqualification. I don't think either of these two would like that outcome, however. For Jason Spade, this would, no doubt about it, be the biggest win of his CMV career to put down a 5-time world champion. For Paul Devine, I think he's just enjoying being in there with, again, someone he hailed as being, I mean, essentially the next him. Maybe Jason Spade, though, doesn't enjoy being hailed as the next anybody. He wants to be the first Jason Spade. He wants to be Zero-G champion, but I'm sure he ain't going to pass up the opportunity to become international champion. Alright, so Harvey, what the hell is Harvey Hastings doing out here? The psychopath is charging down to the ring, but wait a minute! He's attacking Paul Devine! This was going to be thrown out via disqualification! What the hell? Referee Tyson has called the match off, guys. This one's over by DQ as Harvey Hastings has just rushed the ring and laid out Devine. What the hell? Harvey Hastings helped Paul Devine to win a match against Chris Diamond a few weeks ago. Now he attacks him? What is going on with Harvey Hastings? I guess there's a good reason they call him the psychopath. A perfectly great match ruined again by Harvey Hastings. What that means exactly for the chamber, I don't know. I mean, Paul Devine won via disqualification, technically, with Harvey Hastings attacking him, but will Jay Dynamite let that result stand? Is Devine going to the chamber? Or, I'm not going to say anything until Devine makes it clear, but one way or another, Harvey Hastings, first he picked a fight with Chris Diamond, now he's picking a fight with Paul Devine. It's as if he's going down the list of his greatest rivals. We know he's going to retire at Ascendance, maybe that's exactly what he's doing. Maybe he now wants a fight with, I guess we're going to get some answers here. A tweet, guys, from Harvey Hastings. He says, did you really think I was going to forget all that shit you put me through, Devon? You took my U.S. championship, and now I'm going to rip your arm off. Talk about holding a grudge. That was at the beginning of last season. That was well over a year ago that Harvey Hastings and Paul Devine, battled time and time again, with most times Harvey Hastings actually coming out on top. But I guess my suspicions have been given credibility, because that seems to be exactly what Harvey Hastings was doing there. He wants to pick a fight with Paul Devine one more time before he goes out. And I think Devine is going to oblige after that. That's a match that Paul Devine has been wanting for so long against Jason Spade, and Harvey Hastings just took it away from him. But again, the show must go on. Our co-main event up next. Who's going to get the final spot inside of the Elimination Chamber match at Purgatory? Chris Proudfoot taking on Brett Angel. This is going to be an interesting match in and of itself, because it was a couple of months ago that Chris Proudfoot actually defeated Brett Angel one-on-one, and what was quite an upset for a lot of people. Now he's looking to do it again, and if he can this time, it'll earn him a spot inside of the chamber at Purgatory and a shot at the International Championship. And look at who we've got joining him, Joey Diaz. These two have been forming some sort of alliance these last couple weeks after Chris Proudfoot beat Joey Diaz on an episode of Aftermath. Proudfoot then accompanied Joey Diaz in a victory over Jaquan Shea last week, and now it seems like Diaz is by his side. Brett Angel is no stranger to being up against the numbers game, though. And after what happened at Homecoming in the championship scramble, Brett Angel losing out and becoming world champion yet again. Maybe it's time he tries to reclaim the international championship he held at the top of this season. Brett Angel did say once he lost the international championship that one day he'll be back to reclaim it. Perhaps now is that time. But first, he's got to rewrite that wrong that took away a couple months ago in his loss to Chris Proudfoot. Even up the score. Shea Hoxton watching. Defending his title against Dante Tatum, Tyson Cage, Angelo Babas, who have all qualified tonight. Again, I still don't know if the decision will stand. Is Paul Devine going to the chamber because he won to be a DQ? Will the decision be reversed? Will Jason Spade be given another shot? I don't know. We'll have to wait to hear from Jade Dynamite. But right now, we're going to find out who's going to definitively get that last spot. The outcast, Brett Angel, has had a tumultuous season. A lot of ups, but even more downs. And with each passing week, it seems like Brett Angel's mind is deteriorating. Slowly, but most definitely surely. Brett Angel needs something to hold on to. It's almost like he's adrift at sea, and he needs that buoy, if you will, that lifesaver to clutch onto. He needs this opportunity to step inside of the chamber. Chris Proudfoot is on a mission of his own, however, a mission from God. So here we go. Will God's light shine down on Chris Proudfoot tonight and lead him to, well, funnily enough, the Devil's Domain at Purgatory for the chance to become international champion? These two starting off. Collar elbow tie-up, push into the corner. A bit shocking that we got a clean break. Back to the collar elbow tie-up again. Brett Angel takes advantage with a bit of an arm bar. Side headlock to transition by Proudfoot. Great wrestling on display by both men so far. Brett Angel going to push him into the ropes. Flings him across the ring on the rebound, dropping down. Get a bit of a chest bump. Carnival time again. Proudfoot goes behind. Waist lock. Brett Angel breaks it. Waist lock of his own. Trying to squeeze the life out of him, it would seem. Big slam from a big man. Chris Proudfoot just got shook. Oh! No, pop-up powerbomb. I've not seen Brett Angel hit one of those in a dog's age. And then we get a cheeky jab to Chris Benoit's ghost, making his weekly appearance. Scoop slam denied by Brett Angel. Turns it into a DDT that almost frickin' puts Proudfoot's head through the mat. Scoop slam. This is vintage Angel. Off the ropes he goes, hitting that corkscrew elbow drop. And Joey Diaz, who seems to be a disciple of Chris Proudfoot, causes a distraction, allows Canada's #1 export to hit that backbreaker and a monkey flip. Proudfoot circling like a shark in the water, smelling that blood. Coming up from behind, reverse DDT down onto the knee. Picks Angel up into a seated position. Not afraid to bend the rules in his favor. Neither is Angel, though, so fair play. Kick to the midsection. Big boot. Rejected. Elbow to the knee. Up against the ropes. Chris Proudfoot with a clothesline. Angel sent tumbling to the outside. Chris Proudfoot gonna fly. The fans already chanting. This is awesome. And it most definitely is some unexpected athleticism from Proudfoot. Not that he isn't an athletic guy, but it's not too often you're going to see him do something like that. Kick to the gut. Brett Angel could deal some serious damage if he hits this powerbomb. Chris Proudfoot knows it, saving his goddamn skin and quickly rushing back into the ring. Brett Angel in hot pursuit. Proudfoot catches him with a forearm smash to the chest. Irish whip to the corner. Brett Angel turning around, getting a good old look at that ass. Punch to the back of the head, punch to the back of the head again. What is Angel doing here? Is Angel gonna hang a power bomb off the top rope? Where did he pull that out of? Whoa. And somehow it doesn't even get a 1 count. Angel keeps up the pressure with these power moves. Deadlift Dominator. Only a 1 count. Brett Angel shooting a glare at Joey Diaz. Elbow to the face. Angel better shake those cobwebs quick. Take it down with a clothesline. Brett Angel never ceases to amaze. His power exemplified in this match here. How often do you see a freaking Emerald Fusion? Joey Diaz again is beckoning the attention of the outcast. And Brett Angel, who's so tenured here in CMV, should know better than that. Forearm smash to the gut. Chris Proudfoot again is able to take control thanks to the assist. Choking him out of it, watching the 5 count, hooks the leg. Kick to the back. A stomp to the lower back. Brett Angel's head getting cracked open like an egg off the counter. Counter though, arm drag, simple but effective, and it gives Brett Angel that opening he needs. Open palm strike right to the forehead. Talk about scrambling your brains. Proudfoot continuing to put Angel in the corner here. What exactly could he be looking for? But Angel is adamantly defending himself. Punch to the chest. Rejected. Knees, knees, knees. One after the other, again and again. And now stomps. Hey! Oh, this is the night of the coast to coast. First Valentine, then Babos, now Proudfoot. I like how they all have hit a different version of it, though. Proudfoot digging his boots into the midsection of Brett Angel. Now takes a chance to catch his breath as he takes a step back, lining up his shot. Angel has no idea what's coming. The knee plus. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. That may have been a Claymore, actually. I couldn't really tell with that angle, but I believe it was the Claymore. Either way, not able to get the 3 count. Not like he was able to do a couple of months ago when these two went one-on-one. Irish whip into the corner. Put up on the top rope, and that is not a place you want to be, especially against someone like Brett Angel. We saw what happened earlier with the powerbomb from the high-ranked district, and we have seen this before from the Outcast. The half Nelson suplex, my God. He might have killed that man. 1, 2. Oh, somehow. Proudfoot digging way down deep to get out of that one. Angel knows he's in control, though. Kisses his wrist. Sends it up to the heavens. Forearm smash. Inverted atomic drop. Scoop slam from the 4-time unmatched world champion. Goes out another apron. We know what he's looking for here. That springboard senton. But as it is commonly reversed, Proudfoot gets out of the way. Targeting that midsection continually, I should say, trying to break those ribs, it would seem. Dragon screw from Proudfoot. Brett Angel, that veteran instinct allowing him to roll out of the ring and catch his breath. Proudfoot forced to pursue. But Angel was waiting for him, and oh my God! You get an air raid siren face buster, I guess you would call that. Well, no matter what you want to call it, Proudfoot's face went splat. And this here now from Mayor Water Slide. That's what I'm saying, man. Angel can just come at you, power move, wearing you down, grinding you down. And I think he wants to hit that senton, but Proudfoot is at a very awkward angle. He's going to go for it anyway. Okay. Or just a springboard front roll. I don't know exactly what to refer to that as. Angel, much like Proudfoot did earlier in the match, taking his cheap shot. Punch to the back of the head. What the fuck? That... Bray, what? What was that? He just ran into the ropes and turned into a discus. I don't know. That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Period. Not even just from Angel. Period. And to the top he goes again. Another half Nelson suplex. Hooks the leg. Joey Diaz. No. Oh, come on. That was like a 6 count right there. Joey Diaz continuing to lend his helping hand, keeping Proudfoot alive, but does Proudfoot want to stay alive? Because Angel is just straight killing him right now. Chris Proudfoot insulting Brett Angel. Telling him, bring it on, old man. Somehow Canada's #1 export is not entirely defeated. Reverses the side effect. Dragon suplex by Angel. Goes out onto that apron again. Springboard, front roll. Once more. We get it, Brett. We get it. We're always going to do it again. Angel is just out here trying to show off his athleticism tonight. We got a 3rd time, okay. Well, this is just giving Proudfoot all the time in the world to recuperate as Angel messes around. This is what I'm talking about. See, the old Angel would never do something like this. He's playing around, and he's going to cost himself the match. See, Proudfoot doesn't play. Trying to come at Angel from a specific angle. Arm drag. Brett yanks him up to a vertical base. Throws him up against the ropes. Getting some rope burn as he slingshotted back towards the center of the ring. And I've had just about enough of Joey Diaz First Owen and security, now this schmuck. What happened to you, Diaz? What is Chris Proudfoot whispering in your ear? What has he done? Proudfoot with a snapdragon suplex of his own, bridge to pin. 1, 2. Almost sneaks it out. And now here he goes to the high rent district. Caution to the wind. Elbow drop to the lower back. Picked up. Angel yanks him down face first into the mat. And finally, Angel snaps back to reality and realizes he's got to put this one away, but it's too little too late. Blackest Night countered Irish whip into the corner. Proudfoot with a kick to the chest, and again, he's gonna call upon his Lord and Savior, going coast to coast. Walking into the corner, and we know what comes next. Brett Angel hardly able to get to his feet on spaghetti legs, and right down the line. Claymore numero dos, busted Angel open. 1, 2. Not a what? Chris Proudfoot can't believe it. And look at him now, telling Angel, what the hell? Get up, get up. I ain't finished with you. You want to keep going, then I got you. But Brett Angel, as always, on any given night, may be down, but not out. Never doubt him. Stomps the hand, hooks the leg. 1, 2, looking right into the hard camera as blood just spills down his face. Hip to the back. Getting angsty now. Chris Proudfoot, European uppercut. Counters the Irish whip though. Coming in from behind, Enzularia elbow to the dome. Northern Light suplex, bridge to pin. 1, 2. Proudfoot grabs the head. Angel in a fan, European uppercut. Look to the jaw, Vintage Angel, Vintage Angel, Vintage Angel! The Cobra clutch, Russian leg sweep. Angel doesn't go for the pin though, and you gotta question what exactly his motives are in this match. Reverse chin lock. I think we're a bit too late in this match though to be throwing on chin locks. You can only assume Angel wants to catch his breath. These guys got to be running on fumes right now. Overhand punch. Oh my, if he hits this a third time. Look at how slowly both men are moving though. Proudfoot tries to go low, gets caught in a gut-wrench suplex. Angel seems driven to hit this half Nelson suplex again though. Proudfoot says, twice is enough for me. Shoulder thrust. Those ribs, if they ain't cracked, they're surely bruised. And Proudfoot just narrowly gets himself disqualified. Whoa! Big fucking toss, paying homage to the one and only Cyborg. Proudfoot almost went through the roof of the arena. Oh, they say that the third time's the charm, but Proudfoot, he knows that old adage. Double axe handle. Channeling the 80s. Hands on his hips. Again, he has his finger to the trigger. Claymore. A third Claymore. 1, 2, and ow, ow, ow. There's Brett Angel kick out. Chris Proudfoot is beside himself again. He mocks Brett Angel. Look at Proudfoot. He's just freaking throwing everything at Angel now. He's just letting loose. I mean, a couple of months ago when these two faced off, Proudfoot, I wouldn't say quickly, but a lot shorter than this match, was able to put Brett Angel away. And I think with only 1 Claymore, now after 3, he still can't get the job done. Another BFT. Fish drop, now Proudfoot's bleeding. All of this just to earn a spot inside of the Elimination Chamber at Purgatory just to earn a chance to become International Champion. Vintage Angel. Cobra clutch Russian leg sweep. Proudfoot is bleeding profusely from his forehead. Tries for a headbutt despite that. Chris Benoit's ghost reappearing. Luckily, Brett Angel big booted him off the apron. Irish whip into the corner. Cheeky jab. Denied. Stomp to the quad. Now we're getting a reversal fest. Chris Proudfoot brings an end to it. With a single knee right across the jaw. I don't even know how Proudfoot can see right now, but somehow he works through the pain. This is going to be a fourth Claymore. Something's got to give. 1, 2, 3. Proudfoot is going to the chamber. Wow. Chris Proudfoot does it again, and this time he earns himself a spot inside of the Elimination Chamber at Purgatory. What a war we just witnessed, and Brett Angel is understandably frustrated with himself, but he has nothing to be ashamed of. I worry about what this is going to do to Angel, though. I really do. Whew, I needed a break after that one. Grab a quick swig of the H2O. But we have arrived now at our main event of Supremacy Episode 10, guys. What originally was supposed to be Andrew Briggs challenging Reese Ortiz for the World Championship. But again, and I reiterate, if you have not seen it yet, I warn you, it is graphic what Ryan Kent, yes, you're hearing me correctly, Ryan Kent did to Andrew Briggs before the show. You can check it out exclusively on our website, communityuniverse.forwardmotion.com, but it's one of the most haunting things I've ever seen. And all the things I've witnessed calling CMV action over these last 4+ years, it is, you can't even truly describe it. And Andrew Briggs was taken to a local medical facility, still haven't gotten word on how he's doing, but you can only imagine that. I just hope that Briggs is gonna be able to pull through. Why Kent did this, I don't know, but Reese Ortiz said, I still want to come out tonight. I still want to fight as champion. So Xander Slate stepping up to the plate, who, of course, Reese Ortiz submitted in the championship scramble at Homecoming for Reese Ortiz to become world champion. He would then also pin Josh Wolf, but it was submitting Xander Slate that really won Reese Ortiz the title. Josh Wolf was just really a cherry on top. That didn't stop Xander Slate from going on Twitter afterwards, though, and attacking Josh Wolf, saying it's all your fault. The two going back and forth, and it's now led to a match confirmed by Jay Dynamite at Purgatory. Josh Wolf going to take on Xander Slate one-on-one, as Reese Ortiz will step into the Elimination Chamber for the first time in his career to defend that world title against Bloody Justice, Brian Jacobson, Chris Diamond, George King, and Pierre Thompson. And now all the participants of the International Championship Elimination Chamber are confirmed. Shay Hoxton defending against Dante Tatum, Tyson Cage, Angelo Babos, Chris Proudfoot, and still I don't know if it's going to be Divine, if it's going to be Spade, if something else is going to happen. We'll have to wait and see after what transpired. Harvey Hastings attacking Divine, the match getting thrown out. King of the ring. Out here trying to prove that his former flame got lucky in the championship scramble. Xander Slate said, I didn't tap, my hand slipped, and it's the referee's fault. And there he is, Reese Ortiz, who has overcome so much adversity this season, to be standing there, right here, right now, as the champion in CMV. And he was ready to come out here just a week later and defend his title against the former champion. But of course, that's not happening even still. He was preparing all week for Andrew Riggs. He said, I ain't taking that off. Give me somebody. I don't know if Reese Ortiz was expecting Xander Slate to answer the call. Needs to have a lot of history, not just in the ring, but personally. Will that play into any sort of effect here? Not for Xander Slate, we know, but maybe for Reese Ortiz, who has proven time and time again that he's a very emotional competitor, and Slate is starting strong with an elevated flatliner and then a kick to the chest, just showing right off the bat that he has no feelings for Reese Ortiz anymore. There's a clothesline. He used Reese Ortiz to get what he wanted, and then he left him in the dust. Nice. Fisherman suplex right there. You could call it a perfect plex. Grabbed by the ears. Tries for a spinebuster DDT, though, instead from Ortiz, and a kick to the back. Picking Slate up, only to get a short arm clothesline. Xander Slate with a victory like this, beating the current world champion one-on-one in the main event of Supremacy episode 10. Get him that future shot we know he wants. Twice these last couple months he's failed to become world champion after winning King of the Ring at Absolution and Homecoming. Xander Slate had his plans of walking into Ascent at 7 as the champ to meet PJ Moon. Seems like that's not going to happen. Who will be meeting PJ Moon? The winner of that Elimination Chamber. One of these 6 men, Reese Ortiz, Bloody Justice, Brian Jacobs, Chris Diamond, George King, or Pierre Thompson. Reese Ortiz chucking Slate to the outside. Oh, now look at that. Says, Slate, you ain't nothing but dust off my shoulders. Slate says, take this cravat driver then. Face first down into the mat. Back body drop. Reese Ortiz has got a lot of haters on him. He's got a lot of people in the CM universe to prove wrong. As champion, always going to have that target on your back, but even before Reese Ortiz became champion, he had a target on his back. It's Josh Wolf, the Hunter. Still after him, nipping at his heels. Taking a break for the moment to try and deal with Xander Slate in purgatory, but I don't think Josh Wolf is just going to sit back and let Reese Ortiz have a glorious reign as world champion, especially after Reese Ortiz pinned him in the championship scramble. That has just got to be eating Wolf away. Josh Wolf, who thought he had ended Reese Ortiz's career. I mean, Reese Ortiz is only out for a month, and he should have probably taken the rest of the season off to recuperate from his injuries. Mind you, Reese Ortiz is still not 100%. He's coping with a few injuries, but he defied the doctor's advice to compete in the championship scramble at Homecoming, and good thing he did. He's world champ now. Elbow to the inside of the thigh, lateral press by Slate, only gets a 1 count. Picked up in a seated position, grabbed by the tights, a lifting reverse DDT. Slams him back down onto the mat, and again, Reese Ortiz. I think this one's dedicated to all them haters out in the crowd and watching at home. Xander Slate moves out of the way of a springboard moonsault and says, Clothesline again. Reese Ortiz goes for a clothesline. Slate ducks off the ropes, kills the Royal Single Knee backbreaker. Slate not done, gonna force Reese Ortiz down with that snapmare and a Kenka kick. You can write home to Ma about. Takes the hand, smashes it off the mat. Xander Slate, if he can't get into the chamber himself, he's going to make damn sure that Reese Ortiz ain't feeling so great heading into his championship defense. Imagine your first defense being against 5 opponents inside the Elimination Chamber, and Xander Slate's going to send him there with a clean slate. 1, 2. Reese Ortiz, with little to no time to spare, gets out of that one. Xander Slate, for a second, looked like he was getting in his own head. Reese Ortiz showing off them 18-inch pythons, brother. Goes for a stop, kick to the midsection, up against the ropes, a knee to the ribs. Jeez. What is Ortiz doing here? World champion. Oh! Knee drop. It looks like he clipped Slate on the shoulder. That could have dislocated Xander Slate's shoulder. He runs back into the ring wanting nothing to do with what's going on out there. Reese Ortiz calmly collects himself. Xander Slate dropping down to the corner saying, "Come on, Reese," and Ortiz more than happy to oblige him. Leg drop to the back of the head. Look at how calm and collected Reese Ortiz is. He's pacing himself. He's taking it easy. He's not letting his emotions get the better of him, as we've seen in the past. This is what he has to do as world champion. Xander Slate is the first, but he's not going to be the last. Coming after Reese Ortiz, trying to take that title from him, trying to end his career. Stomp the lower back again. Reese Ortiz got to be enjoying every single second of this. Wrenching back on those fingers, joint manipulation. Rolls through. Reese Ortiz, what's he doing? Those cogs in his mind was certainly turning. Sweep though by Slate against someone as dangerous as Xander Slate. You can't waste even a second. Snapmare. And another Kenka kick, busting Reese open. Don't forget, amongst all those injuries Ortiz is working with, probably worst of all is that eye that just healed a few weeks ago. And Ortiz is already leaking like a faucet. He is pouring blood. 1, 2. I thought that was it right there. 2.999999. Xander Slate right back on the attack as Ortiz gets to his feet. No idea. Or maybe he does. Playing possum. The world champion with a shot to the back of the head. Drop kick, but Slate misses. What, does he have eyes in the back of his head? Oh! Tornado cutter coming out of nowhere. 1, 2. Slate survives, and Reese Ortiz with his hands on. This is the move that Reese used at homecoming to tap Xander Slate out in the championship scramble. Will it work again? Modified sharpshooter. Modified sharpshooter. Slate's got nowhere to go. Will he tap? Will he tap again? Reese is wrenching back, but the OG Dirty Heel says not again. Boots to the chest, pushes him off, but is the damage done? T-bone suplex from the show. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. What a match we are getting here in our main event. Stop to the back of the head, and Slate gonna target that open cut mercilessly with absolutely no remorse. Look at this, he's just digging his fingers into the cut, attempting to widen it. Blood spurting. Still Reese Ortiz fights, and I don't know how anybody can't be behind Reese Ortiz. The biggest heart of any man. And Ortiz gonna look to use Xander Slate's own dirty tactics against him. I don't blame him. And he nearly gets the win too. Slate's like, huh? That's my thing. Hip toss, knee to the face. Reese Ortiz can hardly stand, but still he pushes onward. Elevated flatliner just as the match started. Will it end that way? 1, 2, no. Somehow Reese Ortiz is still conscious. Blood is now all over his chest. Guys, this is Reese Ortiz's first night as champion, and he looks like he's been thrown through a goddamn meat grinder. Xander Slate is freaking torturing Reese Ortiz right now. This is getting hard to watch. Referee Tyson might have to call for a stoppage. I think if I was the official, I would have a while ago at this point. Reese Ortiz got to think about living to fight another day. He's got to defend his championship in only a little over a week inside of an elimination chamber against 5 other men. And here he is, willing to lay it all out on the line against Xander Slate in a non-title match just because he doesn't want to give Slate the satisfaction. And Slate, of course, gonna take the cheap shot from behind. Back suplex. Dragged by arm and leg. Now it's Xander Slate's turn. Gonna show Reese how it's done. Using the ropes for leverage. Ref doesn't see it. Slate nearly cheeks away with the victory. Kick to the midsection by Ortiz. Slate drops down to one knee. Ortiz helps him up like the kind humanitarian he is. And Reese says, here, how about you join the fun? Over and over and over again. Smashing Slate face first off that top turnbuckle. Stop to the back of the head. Ortiz is over a people's elbow. Oh, a people's moonsault. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh. Ortiz looking out to the sea of fans here in attendance. As now he refocuses himself. Tries to go for the tornado cutter again. Slate reverses, misses the clothesline though. Up over the shoulders, drops down behind, Russian leg sweep with the OG dirty heel. Slate with a stomp down onto the wrist. Dragging Ortiz as if he's a corpse. Away from the ropes, knee onto the kidneys. Xander Slate pulling down, laughing at the world champion, and Slate now, like a shark, smells that water. Smells that blood, I should say, in the water. Clean Slate again. Boots the leg. 1, 2. Ortiz. Ow, ow, ow. How do you look like that and still fight? And Xander Slate doesn't know what to do. He is... When do you ever see Xander Slate go up the top rope? But he has nothing left to give. He has no idea how he can put Reese Ortiz down. He's got to try something different. He's going to fly. The 6'4", 280-pounder tries to go for a brain chop. Reese Ortiz says, I don't think so. Big punch to the midsection. Overhand punch. Drag to the jaw. Up against the ropes. Xander Slate picking him up, hoisting him across the top rope. Just to slam him face first down onto the mat. Picked up into a seated position, and again, he just digs with his fingernails into that gash. Lateral press, 1, 2. Tyson, man. Use your powers as an official. Call this match off. Reese Ortiz is going to end up right back on the shelf if this goes any longer. Reese Ortiz might end up being worse off than Andrew Briggs at the end of the night. The rate this match is going. Slingshot, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And Reese Ortiz still with the cheekiest of smirks on his face, flexing. But that leaves him open, and Xander Slate is most definitely going to pounce. Here again. Just takes his time, soaking it in, enjoying Ortiz's screams, his yells, blood spitting from his lips. Xander Slate is enjoying every single second of this, and don't get it twisted. Reese Ortiz doesn't know when to quit, though. What the hell happened there? Selena yells soul! What the? 1, 2. I have no earthly idea what we just saw. Reese Ortiz friggin' pulling out the big guns for this one. Leg drop, elbow drop, forearm smash. Moments like these, you realize these men aren't human, they're superhuman. Oh, come on, Kanka kick number 3. And Xander Slate wastes not even a second as Ortiz, looking like a zombie, gets to his feet. Xander Slate wraps his arms around him, going for another clean slate drop kick. Reese Ortiz puts the distance between them. The world champion with another tornado cutter, slithers in the pin. 1, 2, 1. Ortiz slamming his hand to the mat. Now Xander Slate's bleeding. How has Tyson not gotten his gloves on? This has got to be some sort of health hazard for him at this point. There is so much blood in that ring right now, specifically all over the body of Reese Ortiz. It's even on Xander Slate's knuckles. And now Slate's starting to drip blood from a cut on his forehead. He's looking down at Ortiz, shaking his head, grabbing at his ribs. I don't think there's a single part on either of these men's bodies that isn't hurting to the absolute extreme right now. Irish whip to the corner. Back elbow. Ooh, enzuigiri. Xander Slate looked like he just got transported to La La Land. 1, 2. You don't know what could do it at this point. It could be anything, it could be everything. Anytime. It's just not possible that either of these men have anything left to give. Gas tanks running on empty. They're losing blood. They have to be woozy, covered in sweat, hurting internally. Modified backstabber. Reese Ortiz with a stomp to the lower back, into a side headlock, and a headstand. Ugh, started getting his blood all over Slate's hair and beard. Reese Ortiz, with the time he has, takes a deep breath, trying to give himself something to work with. That comes at the cost of allowing Slate that same amount of time to pick himself back up. Punch to the midsection. Clothesline. Reese Ortiz lets out a roar. Drops right into a lateral press. It's pin after pin after pin after pin after pin at this point because, like I said, anything could do it. STF! STF by Reese Ortiz! Reaching back and Slate taps! Slate taps again! There's no damn controversy about it this time. Slate tap right in front of the hard camera. Reese Ortiz victorious. And that is why Reese Ortiz is world champion. And there should be no doubters after that performance. Neither one of these men leaving this match, though, without their fair share of... Oh my God, Ortiz is still bleeding. The ref wiped him off, and he just instantaneously started to pour blood again. We got to get this guy to the back right now. He needs some stitches ASAP. Well, we all know what's next for Ortiz. The Elimination Chamber, 1 week from Sunday. He survives Xander Slate tonight. Can he survive 5 others inside of the Devil's Domain? All right, guys, thank you as always for tuning in and watching along with me. Do not forget, in about 10 minutes, we will be live again for Aftermath with 2 debuts. You do not want to miss that. But if you cannot catch it, then I do hope to see you this Sunday for NGW Checkpoint Toronto. We're continuing on the road to Ascent in 7. You all know the deal. Follow me if you are not already so you get those cheeky notifications when I go live. Exclamation point join in the chat will give you a link to our website. Exclamation point Twitter. Exclamation point Discord for our social medias. And until next time, I will see you when I see you. Bye.